will see what is mean, variance and standard deviation. So myself, Girish Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Bangalore Institute of Technology in the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering. So let us see what is the definitions and the mathematical representation of mean, variance and standard deviation. So mean is also referred as expectation or expected value. Okay, mean is also referred as expectation or as expected value. It is denoted by the alphabet E of x. Okay, we can call it as, or we can represent it as E of x. In some books they represent mean to be x bar. Okay, and in some books they say m for mean, and in most of the textbooks they refer mean with the symbol mu, Greek symbol mu. Okay, so all these symbols are normally used to denote the mean or the expectation in statistics, engineering statistics. So what is mean? So mean in terms of random variable, which we are going to work on. So we are actually learning single random variable. So let us see what is mean in terms of any random variable that we consider. So mean is expectation or expected value, expectation or expected value of some random variable, some random variable. So what is mean in mathematical representation? So mathematically we write mean formula to be equal to, so mathematically we write E of x or x bar or m or mu, any representation you take, which is equal to integration of minus infinity to plus infinity x multiplied by fx of x dx. So this is the mathematical formula for mean, okay, or expectation or expected value. So what is this fx of x? If you remember in the previous video, I have already told you what is this fx of x. This is nothing but probability density function. Okay, so this fx of x is nothing but probability density function, whereas this x is some random variable, where this x is random variable. Okay, so this is the mathematical representation of mean. Means we use this formula to find out the mean for any given set of random variables that we come across in the engineering statistics. Okay, now let us fastly look into what is variance. What is variance? Now variance is denoted with a symbol sigma square. Okay, so sigma square is normally represented as variance. Now the variance is calculated, or the mathematical representation of variance, sigma square equals E, which is expectation of x minus mu the whole square. The definition of variance, that is what we need to see here. Now for any given set of random variables, or for any given set of different random variables, we try to find out the mean, right? We try to find out the mean. For example, now this is the curve. If I say this is the curve I got because of set of different random variables, and I would say this would be the mean value. I would say this point is a mean value. Now what is variance? Variance will try to give the meaning for any number in the set, any random number in the set, how far it is near to the mean. Okay, that is what variance parameter will give you. Variance gives the information about how far the different numbers in the set are reachable to mean, are very near to mean. Okay, so it differentiates the other number in the set with the mean. Okay, so variance will give you a meaning of the comparison with of all other numbers in the set, all other random variables in the set compared with the mean. So how far those set of numbers are near to the mean value, that is what the variance will give you. Okay, so that is what the variance parameter will give you. Now if I say the definition, I'll just write it here. So the variance measures so here variance, the definition of variance which I am telling you, variance measures how far each number in the set, so it can be any random number in the set, from the mean. So variance measures what? How far each number in the set from the mean. So it actually compares the each number in the set of random numbers that we have, how far those numbers are from the mean, how far it is from the mean. That is what variance will give us. Okay, so this is some sort of definition that we can write for the variance. Now as we know, variance formula mathematically it is represented as sigma square, which is equal to expectation of x minus mu the whole square. Now what is x? It is some random variable. What is mu? Mu is nothing but mean. So random variable minus mean the whole square. So if I put that into much clear way, so it is like a minus b the whole square formula type. So I'll say it is e of x square plus mu square minus 2 into x into mu. Okay, so further if I put this expectation for each term in this particular equation, I would say e of x square plus, now mean itself is an expectation, so expectation of mean you get again you get a mean, so I'll say mu square minus 2 into expectation of x into mean. Okay, so mean itself is an expectation, so you need now to find expectation of expectation. Okay, but x is what? Random variable, so we will see through that the expectation of random variable will be considered. So therefore e of x square plus mu square minus 2 into e of x into mu. So now e of x square plus mu square minus e of x is again mu only, right? Therefore 2 into mu e of x, m and x bar, mu all are same, all are mean only. So therefore I will say this is equal to e of x square plus mu square minus 2 mu square. So finally I can say e of x square minus mu square. Now instead of writing mu, if I write in terms of e of x, so it is e of x square minus e of x the whole square, because mu square, right? So mu is e of x. Okay, that is what, e of x the whole square. So what is that? This is mean of x square is subtracted with square of mean. See, e of x is mean, square of mean is e of x the whole square. x square, you are finding out the expectation, so therefore mean of x square. So I would say mean of square equals square of mean of square minus square of mean will give me variance. Keep this in mind. So variance equals mean of square minus square of the mean will give me the variance, and the definition of the variance I have already told you. Right. Now what is standard deviation? What is standard deviation? So let us write that now. So standard deviation. Okay, what is standard deviation? So what is the definition of standard deviation? It is a quantity expressing how much the members of a group differ from the mean value okay, differ from the mean value for that group, so this group I would say I think I should say a set of numbers. That is what group is all about. Okay, so it expresses how much the members of a set differs from the mean value. Okay, how much the members is nothing but the random variable. Okay, so how much a random variable of a set differs from the mean value for that particular set. Okay, so that is what standard deviation will give you. That is what the definition of standard deviation. Now mathematically, standard deviation would be equal to square root of variance, which is equal to square root of e of x the square minus e of x the whole square. This is what standard deviation is about. Okay, so standard deviation is nothing but e square root of, this is what variance, right? E of x square minus e of x the whole square. So therefore square root of variance means square root of e of x square minus e of x the whole square, which is equal to square root of sigma square, and we will be getting sigma. Sigma is the notation which is used to represent the standard deviation. Okay, so standard deviation is represented by sigma. So I hope by now you are all clear with the definition and the mathematical representation of expectation and the variance and the standard deviation. Okay, now we'll see what is. So before getting into the next properties of the mean, variance, expectation and variance, I'll just tell you about e of x square, which we told. So e of x square, how to find out e of x square? That is what very important, because we need this e of x square to find out the variance, right? Because we know that variance is equal to e of x square minus e of x the whole square. But how to find out e of x square? Now we know e of x is given. We know that mean value can be found with the formula which I have written on the when I was explaining about the mean. Now to find out e of x square, so it is nothing but mean of square, right? Therefore integration of minus infinity to plus infinity x square into fx of x dx. So it is mean of square. E of x is only mean, whereas e of x square is mean of x square. Therefore, to find out mean of x square, we try to go with integration of minus infinity to plus infinity x square fx of x dx. If they ask you cube, e of x cube, very simple, formula remains same, but instead of x square it becomes x cube fx of x dx. Okay, so this is what the e of x square or e of x cube can be found with the formula of mean that we took. Now what exactly this is called as? This is called as second moment. This is called as second moment about the origin, whereas this is called as third moment about the origin, So we always, why the origin comes here, why do we use the word origin? So always the reference point will be origin. Now for example, this is the quadrant, 4 quadrant, this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant. Now this is the space diagram. We normally write space in the sense this is what the complex space or frequency domain space diagram that we write, where the signals or the message point can lie in any one of these quadrant. Okay, the message points is the information bits, can lie in any one of this quadrant. So how to find out this information or message point? We always go with the origin. We take the reference point to be origin. Okay, so therefore that is the reason why origin comes into here. Anyway, all this knowledge you require in a communication related subjects. You people will gain knowledge on all this in a message point, constellation diagram, all those things comes under communication modulation techniques. Okay, so you will see that later. Anyway, now I hope you got it, what is second moment and third moment and how to find out those things in the formula, which is nothing but the mean of square, mean of cube and so on. Now look into the properties of mean and variance. So to know the properties of mean and variance, now let us consider x is some random variable. Okay, let us consider x is some random variable, whereas a and b are some constants. Okay, a and b are some constants values. Okay, now the first property says expectation of a constant a would be equal to a, or expectation of constant b would be equal to b. So expectation or mean of any constant will give you the same constant value. That is what the first property is. Okay, mean of constant would be equal to the same constant value you get. Now second property, mean of some constant multiplied by the random variable x would be equal to a, which is constant, multiplied by the mean of that random variable x. Okay, so the mean of constant multiplied by the random variable x would be equal to the constant multiplied by mean of x. E of ax equals a into e of x. Okay, now coming to third property, e of ax plus b, expectation of ax plus b would be equal to a into expectation of x plus expectation of b, which is nothing but b. See, expectation of ax plus expectation of b. So therefore a into e of x is what? E of ax, whereas e of b is nothing but b, so it will be this one. Okay, now coming to the fourth property, e of x square, the second moment which we seen, minus e of x the whole square should be greater than 0 always. E of x square minus e of x the whole square should be greater than 0. Okay, should be greater than 0. It means that the variance should always be greater than 0, and it also predicts that e of x square should always be greater than e of x the whole square. Okay, e of x square should always be greater than e of x the whole square. So that is what the property, fourth property, in terms of mean of square should be greater than square of mean. That is what it means. Okay, so it means mean of square, this is e of x square is what? Mean of square should be greater than square of mean. Okay, then the next property, fifth property says, if we have some random variable y which would be equal to a into x plus b. Okay, so we have some random variable y which is equal to ax plus b. It means that y would be a random variable which is a function of random variable x. Okay, y would be the random variable which is obtained due to the random variable x. Now, if I say what is expectation of y, then this would be what? A into expectation of x plus b, right? A into expectation of x plus b. So that is what we say e of ax plus b. See, e of x plus b, a into e of x plus b. Now this is fine. So expectation of the random variable y would be a into expectation of random variable x plus b. Now what about the variance? Variance of y. So variance of y would be equal to, we know that variance is always what? E of, so variance of x, we saw what is that? X minus mu the whole square. Expectation of x minus mu the whole square. This is what we seen earlier definition for variance. This is nothing but variance x square, because x was the random variable which considered. Now variance of random variable y would be e of y minus mu y the whole square. What is mu y? Mu y is nothing but e of y. Okay, y minus mu y the whole square. So which is equal to e of, what is y? Ax plus b minus, what is mu y? A into e of x plus b. Therefore minus a into e of x minus b, and this is whole square. So therefore what happens here? This b and b gets cancelled. Therefore finally the variance of the random variable y would be equal to e of, I would say a, I'll take common, x minus e of x, okay, the whole square. This is what the variance of random variable y. Therefore e of, so this a, I'll take it outside, a square x minus e of x the whole square. So now expectation of constant multiplied by any variable, so that constant I can take it outside, which is equal to a square e of x minus e of x the whole square. Now what is this x minus e of x the whole square? This is nothing but a square into e of x minus mu x the whole square. Now this is nothing but the variance of x. This is nothing but what? Variance of x, right? Variance of x. Therefore finally I say the variance of random variable y would be equal to a square multiplied by the variance of x. Okay, so this is what the properties of mean. I hope you all got it. Now this property can also be considered to be the properties of variance, because we have finally arrived with the variance. Now what would be the properties of variance? Very minimum properties we have, some three properties we have. So variance of any constant, first of all, so I'll just write VAR for variance, that would be equal to 0. Variance of any constant value you take, that would be 0. This is first one. Second one, variance of the constant multiplied by the random variable x, that would be a square into variance of x. Okay, variance of constant a multiplied by the random variable x, that would be equal to a square into variance of x. Similarly, third would be variance of ax plus b. Ax plus b would be equal to a square into variance of x. Now reason is variance of ax, so if this is nothing but variance of ax plus variance of b. Now we know that variance of ax is what? A square into variance of x. So I'll just write var, don't get confused. var. So variance of ax is a square variance of x. Variance of b is what? Constant, which is equal to 0. Therefore, you will be left out with a square variance of x. So therefore, these are some basic properties of variance that we look into. Okay. So I hope you are clear with the definition and properties of mean, which is expectation, and the variance, and also we saw the property of the definition of standard deviation, and what would be the mathematical representation of mean, variance, and the standard deviation. Okay, fine. So now we'll look into some problems related to CDF, PDF, mean, variance, and standard deviation. Okay, so we'll see what are the we'll solve some problems on these parameters. Okay, so let us take the first problem. So the CDF for the random variable. What is CDF? Cumulative distribution function, right? Cumulative distribution function. So the CDF for the random variable, so I'll just write RV, x is given by f x of x would be equal to 1 minus e power minus x square by 4 for all x being greater than or equal to 0, whereas 0 otherwise. So if x is not greater than or equal to 0, then it is 0. If x is greater than or equal to 0, then we see that fx of x equals 1 minus e power minus x square by 4. So they are asking to evaluate p of x being greater than or equal to 1.1, less than or equal to 2.1. So we need to evaluate this probability. So we need to evaluate the probability of x being greater than or equal to 1.1, less than or equal to 2.1. So to do that, so we know the property. So solution, we know that the property p of x being greater than or equal to x1, less than or equal to x2, if we have this condition, we would say the solution for this would be cumulative distribution function of x2 minus cumulative distribution function of x1. So this property we have seen while discussing the properties of CDF in my previous video. Okay, so cumulative distribution function of fx of x2 minus fx of x1. Okay, so now we need to find out these two parameters, fx of x2 and fx of x1. What is that? Now fx of x is given, we know that in the question it is given, which is equal to 1 minus e power minus x square by 4. If you see, both values of x1 and x2 are greater than 0. Okay, greater than 0. Therefore, we will use only this. We don't use 0 now. Okay. Now, at x2, fx of x2 would be equal to what? 1 minus e power minus x2 square by 4. This is fx of x2. Fx of x1 would be equal to 1 minus e power minus x1 square by 4. So therefore this would be equal to 1 minus e power, what is x2? See, this is x1, 1.1 is x1, 2.1 is x2. Therefore minus 2.1 the whole square by 4, whereas this would be 1 minus e power minus 1.1 the whole square by 4. Okay, so that would be fx of x2 minus fx of x1 would be equal to, so you need to use a calculator to find out what is e power minus 2.1 the whole square by 4. So if I say 2.1 the whole square by 4, so it is 1 minus e power, so minus 2.1 by whole square by 4, I'll get minus 1.1025 minus, so this is minus, so minus 1 minus e power, what is minus 1.1 the whole square by 4, which is minus 0.3024. Okay, e power minus 0.3024. Therefore this would be equal to, so 1 minus this minus 1, so 1 and 1 gets cancelled, so I will be getting e minus of minus, this is plus, e power minus 0.3024 minus e power minus 1.1025. Now you can try to use the calculator to find out what is e power minus 0.3024 and what is e power minus 1.1025. The solution that we get would be equal to 0.407. So this is what probability of x being greater than or equal to 1.1 less than or equal to 2.1. This is the solution for the given question. Okay, now let us go to the second problem. So again CDF is given to be fx of x would be equal to 1 minus e power minus 0.4 into y to the power of 0.5. Okay, where y being greater than or equal to 0 or 0 otherwise. Okay, so find p of y being greater than or equal to 2.5 and less than or equal to less than or equal to 6.2. So this is what we need to find out. Similar same formula what we wrote, p of x being greater than or equal to x1 less than or equal to x2, then that is equal to fx of x2 minus fx of x1. So this is what we wrote. Similarly, instead of x it is y. Therefore I will use formula p of y being greater than or equal to x1, sorry, y1 less than or equal to y2 equals fy of y2 minus fy of y1. So therefore which is equal to, what is fy of y2? 1 minus e power, so it is exponential, so e power minus 0.4 into y to the power of 0.5. Now what is y? What is y2? y2 is 6.2, y1 is 2.5. Therefore 6.2 to the power of 0.5. So this is 1 fx of y2 fy of y2 minus 1 minus e power minus 0.4 into what is y1 2.5 to the power of 0.5. Okay, so therefore, so this can be written as, this is equal to, so this 1 minus 1 that gets cancelled, so we will be left out with e power minus 0.4 into 2.5 to the power of 0.5 minus e power minus 0.4 into 6.2 to the power of 0.5. So this is equal to e power minus 4. So you try to solve it. So first you find out what is 2.5 to the power of 0.5, then you multiply that with 0.4. So that is what the first thing you do. Then you multiply 0.4 with 6.2 to the power of 0.5 and keep the answer. So finally, if you solve this using calculators, the final answer that we get is 0.1619. So this would be the solution for the given problem. Probability of y being greater than or equal to 2.5 and less than or equal to 6.2. Okay, now let us go to the next problem, third problem. So the following is the PDF for the random variable x, which is given by f(x) of x equals c into e power minus u minus x by e power minus x by 4 for all x being greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1, because we know that probability density function will always lie between 0 and 1, whereas 0 otherwise. Find the value of constant c and also find f(x) of 0.2. So this is what the question is given. So they have given the PDF value. You are supposed to find out what is the constant c value. Okay, this constant c value, and then you should also find out what is capital F. So capital F means what? This is nothing but CDF of 0.2, cumulative distribution function of 0.2. That is what we need to find out. So PDF is given, CDF should be found, and constant c should be found. So let us go with the solution. Now you need to think which property that we apply so that we will be able to find out constant c in PDF. So in PDF, in property 2, in the video, whatever, if you see in the previous video, if you see the area, PDF curve area, okay, we say it is unity, right? Is unity. So it means what? Integration of minus infinity to plus infinity f(x) of x into dx equals 1. So this we have seen, right? This formula we have seen. So therefore here minus infinity to plus infinity, but here in this problem it says 0 to 1. f(x) of x is what? C into e power minus x by 4 into dx, which is equal to 1, So here minus infinity to plus infinity is a general formula, Whereas in this problem, they have given it is x is being varying between 0 and 1, and my PDF is c into e power minus x by 4. So therefore, integration with limits 0 to 1 c into e power minus x by 4 dx would be equal to 1. So area formed under this PDF curve is equal to 1. Now c is constant, so I'll take it outside. Integration of 0 to 1 e power minus x by 4 dx. So which is equal to, we know that integration of e power minus x dx equals minus e power minus x. Whereas integration of minus x by a dx would be equal to e power minus x by a divided by minus 1 by a, or we can say it is minus a into e power minus x by a. Okay. So therefore here c into e power minus x by 4 divided by 1 by 4 equals 1. Okay. So therefore 4c into e power minus, so we need to apply limits, right? Limit 0 to 1. So 4 get multiplied with c into, so it is minus 1 by 4, sorry, because it is minus x by, so minus 1 by 4. So minus 4c into e power minus x by 4 with the limit 0 to 1 equals 1. So therefore minus 4c multiplied by e power minus 1 by 4 minus e power 0, which is equal to 1. Therefore c would be equal to 1 divided by, okay, 1 divided by minus 4 into e power minus 1 by 4 minus e power 0 is 1. So now we will calculate this using the calculator. So therefore, if I try to find out the answer for this by help of the calculator, so let me find out what is e power minus 1 divided by 4 would be equal to 0.778. So which is equal to 1 divided by minus 4 into 0.7788 minus 1. Would be equal to minus 0.2211. So multiply it with 4, I will be getting c equals 1 divided by 3.2211. So therefore 1 divided by 3.2211 would give me c value to be equal to 0.3104. Okay, so we got c value. Now after finding out c, now we need to find out what? Fx of 0.2. We need to find out what is CDF of 0.2. Now to find out CDF of 0.2. So we know that with the equation for CDF in terms of PDF, that is what we need to write. We know that the CDF will be equal to integration of PDF, right? We know this already. So integration of PDF will give me CDF. Differentiation of CDF will give me PDF. This we have seen in the previous video. So therefore, Fx of 0.2 equals 0 to 1. What is Fx of x in the given question? It is c into e power minus x by 4 dx. Okay. So what is c value? C value is already there, 0.3104. So c is 0.3104 with an integration 0 to 1, sorry, not 1 year, I'm sorry. So it is not 1 year because this is a PDF, the CDF in terms of PDF formula which we are writing, we will normally take it as x only, because x is some dummy random variable. Okay, so there 0 to 1 was PDF, but here we are writing CDF. Therefore, it remains to be 0 to some random variable x, where x should be greater than or equal to 0. That is what the CDF condition is. So 0.3013104 is constant. I will take it outside. So I will integrate the 0 to x with limit 0 to x, integration of e power minus x54 dx, which is equal to 0.3104 into, so the e power minus x by 4 divided by minus 1 by 4 with the limit 0 to x. So which is equal to minus 4 into 0.3104 multiplied by e power x. If you apply the limit x, it will remain as e power minus x by 4, minus e power 0 by 4 is e power 0. So which is equal to, so what is minus 4 into, I'll just take out the calci. So it is 4 into 0.3104 is minus 1.2416 into e power minus x by 4 minus 1. Now what is x? Because they are asking fx of 0.2, therefore x will be value 0.2. Therefore I will substitute that 0.2 there. So what will I get? Minus 1.2416 into e power minus 0.2 divided by 4 minus 1. Now 0.2 divided by 4, that is what? E power. So in calculator, e power minus 0.2 divided by 4. So which is 0.9512 minus 1.2416 into 0.9512 minus 1. Okay. So it is, totally we will get 1.2416, 0.9512 minus 1 would be minus 0.0488 multiplied by 1.2416. So finally I will get fx of 0.2 would be equal to 0.0605. So this is how we find out the CDF for a given PDF. So let us go with another problem now. Now again the PDF would be given as c into e power minus u by 3, where u is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1 and 0 otherwise. So you need to find out what is constant c equals, and you need to find out what is fu of 0.5. Okay, similar to the previous problem, just change the term in the equation whatever we have. So how do you find out? First of all, to find out c, we need to take the area of PDF curve, which is unity. So I would say integration of 0 to 1 c into e power minus u by 3 du, which is equal to 1. So this we have arrived because of the formula integration of minus infinity to plus infinity, fx of x dx equals 1. So same formula with the limits given in the question, we have written this. So this is equal to, I will take c constant, so outside, integration of 0 to 1 e power minus u by 3 du, which is equal to c into e power minus u by 3 divided by minus 1 by 3 is the integration answer that we get with the limit 0 to 1, which is equal to c into e power minus 1 by 3. So I'll say this is minus 3c, because this minus 1 by 3, c divided by minus 1 by 3 can be written as minus 3c multiplied by e power minus 1 by 3 minus e power 0, applying the limit. Okay, so therefore can be written as minus 3c into e power minus 1 by 3 is 0.7165, and that is been subtracted with 1, and then if you multiply that 0.7165 minus 1 with minus 3, I will be getting 0.8504 multiplied by this c, which is equal to 1. Now 1 divided by this 0.8504 will give me c to be equal to 1.1759. I hope you are clear with the values of c that we have found. Now I'll find what is fu of 0.5. So here fu of 0.5, which is nothing but, this is nothing but a CDF which we are going to calculate. So this is a CDF which we are going to calculate. Now if I want to calculate what is CDF, so I know the formula, which is given by integration of, so it is integration of minus infinity to plus infinity fx of x dx. Therefore when I want fx of x dx, we know that fx of x is c into e power minus u by 3. So of c to be equal to 1.1759. So we substitute that value of c, and we take the limit in the question which is given as 0 to u. Why? Because u, because it is a some random dummy variable u. So therefore it is u is the random variable which is 0 to 1, but here we take to find out the CDF, we try to take a random variable u, because it is not 1. 1 is only for PDF, whereas for CDF it ranges from 0 to u. Okay, so I'll take 0 to u. So therefore it is 1.1759 multiplied by integration of e power minus u by 3 will be e power minus u by 3 divided by minus 1 by 3 with the limit 0 to u. Therefore it is 1.1759. This is minus 1 by 3 will get multiplied with 1.1759, which is minus 3, into e power minus u by 3 minus e power 0. So we know that e power 0 is 1. Therefore it is minus 3 into 1.1759 will give you minus 3.5277 multiplied by e power minus u by 3 minus 1. Now they are asking to find out what is fu of 0.5. Okay, so fu of 0.5 is fu of small u. So therefore in the place of u, you substitute this 0.5. Therefore what do I get? Minus 3.5277 into e power minus 0.5 divided by 3 minus 1. Therefore I'll end up in getting fu of 0.5 to be equal to 0.5415. Okay, so I hope with all these problems which we have solved, I think you are clear with what is PDF and what is CDF. I think we have solved some 4 problems here. I think you are clear with what is CDF and PDF. Okay.